So the entire English language doesn't mean anything because it's just
No,
words?
it really does. You're building a construct that does not exist around this.
That's how language works. And I know, I'm a writer.
Okay, again, you're mislabeling exactly why we're here and what we're doing. If I was who you think I am, I would not be talking to you this way. I would not be having this civil discourse or this dialogue or this discussion. If I was who you think I am, I would not allow anyone who disagrees with me to say whatever they want at any time here. See, again, when you stop talking, that's when violence starts. And you've seen it in this city the last couple of weeks. Because there's hatred on both sides of people that really want to get worked up.
What's your, what's the outcome you're trying to get? What's the impact you're trying to get?
Hopefully people will learn something and that you'll realize that you can have reasonable disagreement without having to call people names or think that they're...
What's the policy implications of extending...
Okay, how about this? How about not having taxpayers fund 15-year-old sexual reassignment surgery without parental consent in the state of Oregon? That would be nice.
That's the policy.
That happened.
What? All these cities have so many problems, and we're using taxpayer money to fund something that still is, like, we haven't even researched it to its full extent. It's still very up in the air, like the ramifications of doing these types of surgeries, and then to do it at 15. Honestly, listen, I don't think, you should do what you want to do. Like, when you're doing stuff like this, I think it needs good reevaluation. But it's like, if you want to do something to yourself, why does that have to cost other people money? Like, why are you taking people's hard-earned money? I'm paying these taxes to fix up the potholes in my neighborhood, and yet for whatever reason, instead of fixing up the potholes, it's going to some random kids, like, cutting off growing testosterone type surgery. Like, come on, that doesn't make any sense. If you want to do that, it should be covered by you. It's a cosmetic surgery. It's not like appendicitis, open heart surgery. Like, you need to, fix up or change some of these things. It's a cosmetic surgery.
It's a state law in Oregon. It's a state law.
Gender reassignment surgery.
For 15-year-olds without parental consent is a state law in the state of Oregon.
That they can have surgery.
Yes, funded by the taxpayers. That's a problem.
Yeah. Speaking as someone who has been through the process of sexual reassignment surgery in the state of Oregon as an adult, that doesn't happen.
Okay, again, you can have your own opinions, you can't have your own facts. It's a state law that the government will fund your sexual reassignment surgery.
Yeah, but will the doctors do it? Will your insurance cover it?
Okay, when the government covers it, they cover the cost of the procedure.
Yes, I know, mine was covered by taxpayer dollars.
Gosh, did you just what?
You just answered. You disagreed with my whole point. I don't think that's correct.
So you think it's wrong that I should have been able to have a life-saving procedure when
No. It was not life-saving. It's a cosmetic surgery for a very temporary feeling, and I do believe it's temporary. We are seeing this rise of detransitioners for a reason. It's not something that most people are going to be like, oh, I'm really happy I did this. The overwhelming majority is coming out and saying, don't do this, protect the kids, watch out for the children, make sure they're having thorough discussions, because this is not something that should be rushed into. This is something that should be talked about thoroughly. It should take at least a year or two before you guys are 100% sure, let's go and do this. I think it's more of a mental battle, right? Because it's a feeling. It's truly a feel. I feel within me that I should be the opposite gender. So because of that feeling, I am now going to do this life-changing procedure. And you can't reverse what you've done. You can't undo this. It's not like a temporary thing, like, oh, I cut off something, or, oh, I get on some of these hormones and, I can get off of it, or I can just grow back, my thing will be... No. Life-changing. You cut these things off, you take some of these medications, it's done. You're set in another way. You are now heading in one direction, you cannot go back. And now you're also taking my money. It's one thing if you want to do something crazy, but the money, and then, jokes aside, of course, I keep seeing this thing of people are still confused, or they still don't feel good, or they still don't feel complete. It's just, the surgery happens and they're still not feeling like how they want to feel. It just doesn't feel, you still feel incomplete. And when we hear, when people want to, go and change their gender, it shouldn't be something we take lightly and then be like, oh, immediately let's go switch up body parts as, oh, let's go under the knife, let's get it started. You would not do that. Like if a crazy person said, oh, cut off my leg, we're not just gonna cut off their leg, because why are you cutting off a perfectly good leg? But when a trans person says, oh, I don't want my boobs anymore, oh, I don't want my penis anymore, it's like we just take it off freely. It's like, oh, it's perfectly fine. We even just saw a story the other day about a woman who she's blaming the doctors because she's saying they should have evaluated her more, did more therapy with her, because she clearly wasn't in the right mind to do. I'm paraphrasing here. I'm not sure if that's exactly what she said, but that's like the gist of it all. And it's like, because this is not something that's going to fix what's going on. Like the root problem of what you're feeling. Like, it just won't, and then to take hard-earned, hard-working people's money to pay for something that is 100% cosmetic and has nothing to do with me. You're taking my money and we're giving it to this cause. It's not fair. And in a way, like, will the taxes increase? Because now I have to, like, now this is being added into it. I don't know how taxes work like that. But if you want to do it, okay. But taking other people's money, not cool.
Don't make me pay for it. That's the whole point.
So I should have gone on living in misery because I happen to not have as much money as you?
That's a wide misrepresentation of what I'm saying.
That's the policy implication of what you're saying.
Yeah, that is exactly what would happen if you got your way.
Okay, so...
But do what you want to do. Don't take my money. What is this?
Life-saving is a quite subjective way to observe it.
No, it's life-saving.
It's life-saving.
It is. Speaking as someone who has been through that process, it is life-saving. You don't have the life experience I have surrounding this. You don't get to say that it's not life-saving.
Okay, would other procedures be life-saving, such as LASIK eye surgery? Should that be funded by taxpayers?
If people need it to function in their...
go to like the hundreds of kids you have?
I'm sorry? You think we're government funded?
No, I think that should my taxpayer dollars go to like having tons of children.
No, we should totally reconstruct our welfare policies so that you're not incentivized to have more kids out of wedlock. What's up?
I think we should have universal health care. I think everyone should be able to get the health care that they need. And I say need, because we do need health care. People die without health care. That is an objective fact.
How would you define abortion health care?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's exactly right. That's the problem. It's where do you start and stop defining health care? I don't consider gender reassignment surgery to be health care.
Well,
and I have respect for the way you feel. Don't make me pay for it.